Sir Rod Stewart has slammed 2024 presidential hopeful Donald Trump, branding him a monster. The 79-year-old "I don't want to talk about it" singer used to be a close friend of 77-year-old American reality star turned President Trump, but the friendship has soured in recent years. And now, in a potential blow to Trump amid his ongoing attempts to get re-elected to office, he has been slammed by his former friend. The iconic singer and the divisive political figure grew close because they were neighbors in the Palm Beach area of Florida, striking up a friendship that saw Sir Rod being invited over to parties. And while the two had been friends for decades, it seems the pair have now drifted apart, and Sir Rod is now more than happy to go on the record to blast the presidential hopeful. Sir Rod, who used to perform at Trump's casinos in the past, hinted he has fond memories of the Donald but can see he has changed for the worst. He also explained that he used to spend his Christmases with the former The Apprentice USA boss, but it sounds like he won't perform for the Republican again. Opening up to the Daily Mail last week, Sir Rod said, "Has not the guy I met 20 years ago. I used to go to his house every Christmas and do concerts. He was a good guy. But has turned into somewhat of a monster." It's not the first time Sir Rod has discussed the deterioration in relations between him and the Donald. Indeed, the Maggie May singer has previously explained that it was his wife, 52-year-old Lady Benny Lancaster, that put him off being close to the politician due to his disrespectful and dated views of women. Sir Rod told Scottish Field magazine last year, "I have a house in Palm Beach just up the road from Trump. I used to go to his Christmas party and the balls he held, but my wife said no. There was stuff he was coming out with, what he was saying about women he had known in the past, and Penny said, 'You're not going, that's a disgrace.'" Speaking of the then friendship in 2018, Sir Rod said, "I've known Trump for a long time. I've done concerts for him in his casinos. I live probably 3/4 of a mile down the road from him on the beach in Florida. Has always been extremely nice to me. Has let my friends use his golf course for nothing, and I've had no problems with him at all. Is he a great president? Nah. I think his moral compass is way off. But on the other hand, the country's doing extremely well, although I believe part of that was down to President Obama. The country was starting to do great anyway, has just carrying it on." Trump is currently the bookies' favorite to sweep back to power when Americans go to the polls later this year. He is tipped to stand against incumbent President Joe Biden, who many Americans are losing faith in following a long string of incidents where he has appeared incoherent and incapable. Indeed, just last month, the Justice Department described 81-year-old Biden as a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory, which was seized upon by critics as evidence he would fail to be deemed competent enough to stand trial and therefore should not be competent enough to hold the office of president. A damning poll by the New York Times and Siena College that was released on Saturday showed that President Trump would be re-elected with a 5% lead if an election were held today. Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.